growing your own fava beans doesn't require a sprawling garden. These nutrient-rich legumes are perfect for compact patios, balconies, or even a small corner of your yard. In this guide, we'll walk you through everything you need to know to grow fava beans in small spaces, step by step. Let's get started. Fava beans, also called broad beans, are a fantastic choice for small space gardening. Why? First, they're nitrogen-fixing plants, meaning they enrich the soil by converting nitrogen from the air into a form plants can use. This not only helps your fava beans thrive, but also prepares the soil for future crops. Second, they grow upright, which means they use vertical space rather than sprawling out like other plants. Lastly, fava beans are cool season crops, so you can grow them in the fall or early spring. Perfect for maximizing your garden's productivity. When it comes to choosing the right variety for small spaces, there are a few excellent options. The Sutton is a true dwarf variety that stays compact, growing no taller than 14 inches, ideal for containers. Broad Windsor is a bit taller, but produces large, flavorful beans. If you're growing in a cool climate, consider Aqua Dulce Claudia, a hardy, cold-tolerant variety that performs well even in limited sunlight. Now, let's talk about setup. Start with a container that's at least 12 inches deep. Deep roots are key for fava beans, so a large pot or a trough planter works perfectly. Just make sure your container has drainage holes to prevent waterlogging. Fill it with a well-draining potting mix enriched with organic matter, like compost or aged manure. A mix of 2/3 soil to 1/3 organic material provides the fertility and drainage these plants need. Plant your fava beans about 1 to 2 inches deep, spacing them 6 inches apart. If you're using a larger container, you can plant them in rows, leaving about 18 inches between each row. Once planted, position your container in a sunny spot. Fava beans need about 6 hours of sunlight daily, but can tolerate partial shade. Watering is crucial for healthy growth. Keep the soil consistently moist, especially during flowering and pod formation. In mild weather, watering once a week is enough, but you'll need to increase frequency during hot, dry conditions. Providing support for your plants is also essential, even for dwarf varieties. Use stakes, bamboo canes, or small trellises to keep the plants upright as they grow heavier with pods. Another tip is to pinch the tops of your plants once they start flowering. This encourages bushier growth, helps deter pests like aphids and black flies, and redirects energy into pod production. Fava beans are naturally nitrogen-fixing, so they don't need additional fertilizers. However, adding compost at planting time gives them a strong start. Fava beans thrive in small spaces for several reasons. Their upright growth habit minimizes the space they occupy, and their tolerance for cooler temperatures allows you to grow them in seasons when other crops might struggle. They also enrich the soil, making them a great option for container gardening. Even after harvesting, you can leave their roots in the soil to decompose, naturally adding nitrogen for the next round of plants. If you're short on space but want to maximize your harvest, try companion planting. Shallow-rooted herbs like parsley or cilantro grow well alongside fava beans without competing for nutrients or root space. Another trick is staggered planting. Sow a few seeds every 2 weeks so you'll have a continuous harvest throughout the season. Harvesting fava beans is straightforward. After about 3 to 4 months, the pods will be ready. They should feel firm, and the beans inside will be plump. If you prefer tender, younger beans, harvest the pods earlier while they're still soft. Freshly picked fava beans are delicious and packed with nutrients, making all your hard work worthwhile. Remember, even in small spaces, you can grow a big harvest with the right techniques. Fava beans are resilient, adaptable, and perfect for tight areas. So, grab some seeds, prepare your containers, and start your fava bean journey today. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced gardener, growing these versatile legumes will transform your patio, balcony, or small yard into a productive oasis. If you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to share your gardening success stories. Happy growing!